What's good, everybody? It's your boy, the real McCoy, MTV's favorite wrestler, JDX, Justin D. Xavier. And tonight, the D stands for down, because I'm right here down in Omaha, Nebraska with my guys, 4.5 marks. So if that check bounce, so do you. Tune into the podcast.
Welcome back, Magnum Militia, to 4.5 marks, Magnum Recoil. What a night it's been. A beautiful Friday night at the German American Society for Magnum Presents What May Come. And what did come? What did come? The marks to the show. And all the other fans, all the other Magnum Militia came out. What a wonderful show it was. I mean, it's hard to find a promotion that steps it up month after month after month. And as Carlos likes to say, put on banger after banger after banger.
Yes, sir. I do be saying that.
Indeed, you do.
Be saying that.
We could find some clips.
Yeah.
But man, again, talking about a stacked card, I mean, we have so many matches to go over. It's hard to pick which one first, so we're just going to do it in the only order that we know how, and that is Mark order. Yes, sir.
All right. So, which, funny enough, I think this time it's going to basically be in order of the matches.
Oh, well.
But it's still Mark order.
Yeah.
That's right. Let's start off. First match of the night, we had Jimmy Wild versus Kit Sackett.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Wild showed up.
Jimmy Wild showed up.
I remember, well, let's kind of start off. He asked you a question.
He did ask me a question.
He came up, when he first came out, he asked you, would you like to see him kick Kit's ass? And respectfully, you told him.
I told him no. I was like, I'm a Kit fan, so
yeah.
You asked probably the wrong guy.
Yeah, it's like out of everyone here, you asked the one guy who will never go against Kit.
Can't.
One of the 4.5 guys out there, right? if you will. But it was just really funny. I had to point that out there. But besides that, I mean, they went for a test of strength to start off the match, and Kit faked him out.
Yeah, he did. You're right.
Kit faked him out, and honestly, that was insane. That was insane. Kit, onto his old tricks. Something else we saw that was really, at least that really impressed me of Jimmy Wild was he. I don't know if you remember this, but it's still towards kind of beginning of the match. He flipped the shit out of Kit.
Oh,
just grabbed him and threw him.
That's true.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm not saying he's small or anything. He is built, but he doesn't look like someone who's going to be grabbing and throwing people the way he threw Kit.
Wow.
It was quite impressive.
Yeah, he's quick too for his size. I mean, he did that awesome Hurricane Rana too. Do you remember that? That was awesome. So I mean, that sold me immediately. It got the crowd kind of pumped too. So it was awesome.
He also, if you remember, there was a point in time where he threw Kit out of the ring. He was going for a suicide dive, and Kit dodged it. Let him dive through, dodged it, got back in the ring. Then Kit ran the ropes and went for a baseball dive.
Baseball slide.
Yeah, baseball slide. And that was absolutely amazing. It's the way they worked with each other. Great start of the night. And fortunately for us here at 4.5 marks, Kit did pick up the win. Which, again, just what a start. What better way to start a Magnum show than giving, the fans, the Magnum Militia, the 4.5 marks, a Kit match that he wins. Always happy with that.
That's true. He has kind of been on a losing streak lately, so for him to get a win under his belt, it's been time.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, it definitely has been time.
Yeah, what a way to treat us, right?
Yep. Let's go on to the next match.
Next match.
We had Nino versus JDX.
Yeah.
And what a follow-up of a match.
Very true. And another new face for the Marks.
So another new face for us, and I know we talked a little bit about this off camera. He definitely impressed. He definitely left a mark with the Marks. We also got a chance to talk to him a little bit after the show, and what a nice, genuine guy.
Yeah,
and
he's awesome.
Hopefully you end up seeing something from us with him. But If you follow our socials, you may have seen we might have been tagged in a picture of maybe something we were doing, but go follow our socials and find out.
Yeah. Link in description.
Link in description as always. Let's just kind of talk about the match. Again, before the match even started, they just went at it.
True.
They just went at it. It was truly a brawl.
Yeah, it seemed like there was bad blood or something, just the way that it started. I mean, Nino was giving him his licks, and JDX took the belt.
JDX took the belt, and then
held it up, and Nino did not like that.
He did not, and then Nino flipped the hat.
Oh, yeah.
He flipped the hat off of JDX, and that's what started it all.
Yeah, and the Captain America gimmick?
Yeah, Captain America gear was nice. It was really, really nice.
It was nice. Oh, yeah, gear, I said. The Captain America gear?
Yeah. But then, if you notice, Rudy kept trying to break them up and I might be wrong, it might have not been Rudy, but he kept trying to break them up to try to start the match, and he couldn't. He basically just had to be like, all right, just ring the bell, like, we're starting this.
We don't got
at least they're both in the ring at that point. And again, if there was anyone out there to, like, truly, in a sense, kind of go toe-to-toe and pretty much just match Nino, both in strength, physique, kind of, style, like, because he wasn't afraid to show, like, hey, like, I'm not afraid to, like, stoop kind of to your level. Like, let's talk about that spot. He threw Nino into the corner from the outside, threw Nino onto the corner, and, he may have harmed the hatchets, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Definitely got hit right in the Ninos.
Yeah, so he was not afraid to, dish it right back at Nino, for the lack of better terms.
Yeah.
But still, just a great match.
Yeah, this is one of the better matches of the night, for sure. I mean, one that I thoroughly enjoyed. So, I mean, JDX is a mark in our book, for sure. So,
he definitely is. But
I enjoyed.
But, as a fellow Apex member, and as something I've always said, is Nino handled business. And he handled business. And picked up the win.
I can't argue with that. I mean, the facts don't lie, right?
The facts don't lie. I'm a part of the Apex, and Nino picked up a win on this. Next match. We had Omar and O'Shea versus Mac and Uriah Upton.
I'll just start with, I really, really, really like Upton and Mac together. I don't know what it is, but when you have like a really big dude and a cruiser, it's awesome. Like, they work so well together. They have a lot of good tag team moves that we don't get to see very often from other tag teams, and it's just a cherry on the top of the cake for us. Now, one thing I want to put the Magnum Militia up to, can we figure out a tag team name for these guys? It's not the first time we've seen them together, so there has to be a name out there. Maybe there's one already established and we just don't know. But if not, let's leave it up to the comment section. Come up with a tag team for Uriah and Lumbermack. Let's see what we can get.
Yeah, let's see what we can come up with. And let's present it to them, and maybe, hopefully, they pick it up.
If they like it, cool. If not, we'll try again.
Right? Honestly, that's how it goes. No, but you are right. They work very, very well together. They definitely have that synergy, which is absolutely amazing. And if you notice, they both complement each other very well and help basically kind of cover up what the other one lacks.
True.
You have Lumbermack, who has, no offense to Uriah, the height, maybe has a little bit more of the power, but you also have Uriah, who has that agility, that speed.
And that sweet-ass coat.
That sweet-ass coat. Honestly, dude, hear me out. Lumbermack comes out, still in a flannel, but in the style of the coat.
I'd love that.
That'd be kind of hard.
I'd love that.
That'd be kind of hard.
Yeah, get the matching coats.
Dude. Yeah. No, but they were, I remember at one point, Lumbermack picking up Uriah, putting him over his shoulder, and then literally just tossing him at O'Shea and Omar.
Yeah, it was an overhead, crossbody where he tossed him into both of them.
Yeah, going into it, let's talk about Omar and O'Shea.
Yeah.
So beginning of the match, they were definitely competing. I mean, I'm talking about Omar didn't even finish his entrance, and O'Shea came out, and they started kind of arguing about it.
Yeah.
They started arguing about that. Lumbermack came out. They were trying to figure out, no, I'm going to start. No, I'm going to start. No, I'm going to start. Lumbermack, Uriah on the other corner, like, okay, yeah, who wants to start? Okay, let's just play rock, paper, scissors real quick. Best 2 out of 3.
Figure it out.
Yeah, winner gets it, quickly going into it. Honestly looked like they caught on to that, and then just kind of just like, well, all right, they're over there trying to figure out civilly. Well, let's just both attack them.
Yeah.
And funny enough, this one also started off with a fight breaking out before the bell was rang.
Yep.
With that said, we definitely saw throughout the match Omar and O'Shea. It sounds like maybe they started figuring it out. They really didn't. Because again, they kept competing with each other. Now, there were moments where they both worked really, really well together. I'm talking about, you would catch you catch Uriah in the corner. O'Shea would grab Omar, throw him. Omar would run back, then throw O'Shea. They're working together. It's like they're not even speaking to each other, but they know exactly what needs to be done. And again, they found that synergy for a quick moment. They hit that stride. And then, the opportunity would come up where either there was a pin possibility or maybe they just wanted to look better than the other person, and then they would both take that chance to kind of be like, okay, we worked together for a little bit, but now I'm better than you. Yeah. Let me show you why I'm better than you. And I think that really speaks to the ending of this match. O'Shea and Omar did pick up the win. O'Shea got the pin and rubbed it in Omar's face.
Yep.
Rubbed it in Omar's face and just walked out and was like, hey, you hear that music they're playing? They're playing my music, and walked out.
Man.
I'm telling you, if they can figure it out, which they showed glimpses of it, if they can figure out, this is going to be a tag team to watch out for.
I agree with that fully. I love where it's going, right? I like the back and forth because I think it just brings out the best in both of them. Mm-hmm. And it kind of not only puts one, if one person's put on a pedestal, the other one is trying to take over that pedestal almost immediately. So again, it's if they can figure out their differences together, they're going to be an unstoppable force. Yeah. And the intensity that O'Shea wrestles with is something to be, to be admired of.
Yeah, so absolutely.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Because realistically, in my opinion, look at the Crucible, right? You have them, you could say and argue that they are the best tag team right now in Magnum. If you said otherwise, you'd be wrong because that's part of the Apex again. We're the best. If you notice, even with Brixton and Jameson, is that they're always trying to stay at each other's level. Mm-hmm. They're never going to try to fall behind their tag team partner because they know that once they do, they fail as a tag team. So you got to keep, if they can figure out, if O'Shea and Omar can figure out their differences, but while still maintaining that competitiveness, if you will, between them of hey, I'm trying to be better than you, really, to kind of raise the bar and continuously raise that bar to get better. Yeah. They're going to be a unit. They're going to be a unit.
Like you said, there's those glimpses of some wonderful work, right? Mm-hmm. When they click, it clicks.
Yep.
So I'm excited. They're definitely going to be one of those tag teams to look out for. And who knows what they'll achieve in Magnum if they can figure it out.
We'll see. Let us know down in the comments what you are hoping to see or what you can maybe expect. What are your predictions on that?
Yeah, put it this way. Do we get Lumbermack or Uriah or Upton, O'Shea and Omar? Who's your favorite of those two?
Yeah. The next match, we had Donnie versus Duke.
And this was a match waiting to happen.
This wasn't a match. This was a fight.
Oh.
This was a fight.
You're right.
They came out.
It was supposed to be a match.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a match. They came out. Donnie at first tried, if you remember, he tried to walk away.
He did.
Because again, Donnie is on that rampage. He's like, I'm gonna fight you at my time.
That warpath.
I'm gonna fight you at my time, even if they had scheduled a match. It's my time.
Yeah.
Duke went out after him. They started again. They started. Fight broke out. They had. I do remember Rudy was this one. He was. Which Rudy? We love you, Rudy.
Yes, sir.
He was out here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He was out here refereeing this match, and. Again, it will fight again. It broke out of the ring. Rudy was trying to get them to go back inside.
He was at a 7 or 8 count too.
He was like, guys, the match basically just started. You need to go inside. Go inside. I remember at one point Duke bit Donnie's hand.
Yeah. He's a savage. Dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, it wasn't a match. It was a fight.
Who better than Duke?
Yeah, honestly. And then they both Duke and Donnie pushed Rudy.
Yeah.
Both Duke and Donnie, and to be completely honest, I believe it ended just in a no contest.
I think that's what it was too. That's what they determined, yeah.
It was a no contest, and it took Joey Anderson coming out.
And then the whole locker room.
The whole locker room. They brought their security out to break them up. Yeah. And once they were able to break them up and separate them, I will say this. The whole arena, the whole place was screaming, let them fight, because they wanted to see more. They teased us.
Our GM Joey was like, no, stop it.
Yeah, he was telling everyone to stop. So definitely, Magnum Militia, make your voice loud and clear as we want to see a true either unsanctioned, sanctioned, whatever the case may be, match between Donnie and Duke. We want to see it.
Where there's no outs.
No outs.
Or one out, maybe.
Right. And so we're ready for this match. And they tease us with this because, and you know what, let Donnie know too, because again, I mean, it seems like Donnie's willing to fight Duke, but on his terms.
Put him in a cage.
Put him in a cage. Put these two kaijus in a cage and let them fight.
Yes, sir.
But
yes, sir.
Any other thoughts on that before we move on?
All right, let's speculate, right? Let's go to La La Land. Who you got? Who you got?
Dude, it's hard.
It is really hard.
You got Godzilla versus Kong, basically.
That's
who
exactly what we're looking at.
You have Goku versus Vegeta. Who do you got? You have any other famous duo you can think of. Who do you got?
Yep.
It's hard. It's hard. Donnie's on this rampage, and he's shown it time and time again. Again, as far as, if I'm not mistaken, the only one to have 3 matches in a row in one night.
Mm-hmm.
But Duke.
Yeah.
Duke is Duke.
He's a different cat, man. Like, I don't think there's anybody else that wrestles like Duke. Just plain and simple.
Yeah.
I mean, his bag of tricks is infinite, I feel like.
Honestly, yeah.
He's always doing something different, and then he has his core moves, and they always hit. It's hard to go against it. So
it's hard. So again, I mean, I guess really I'm deflecting the question, but I'm deflecting it to
the comment section.
Yep, to the comment section, to the Magnum Militia, to the 4.5 Mark Army.
Yes.
Who do you have?
Let us know.
Let us know.
Donnie or Duke?
Donnie or Duke. But yeah, let's go on. Next match. We have the Crucible versus NDS.
Boys.
Which NDS consisted of, was it Riley? Riley and Levi.
Dope dudes.
Wow.
Literally and figuratively.
Yes.
Dope dudes.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
No, but this match was insane. We've talked about it in the prediction video.
Yeah.
This is how do I want to say this? This is something that has, really, these are 2 teams that know each other very well. They know each other very, very well. They have their history. That's what I was trying to think of. They have their history together. And you could definitely tell that during the whole match. You could definitely tell that.
You want me to tell you something?
Tell me something.
I don't think that match has ever happened before. And the Magnum Militia can fact check us, but I'm 95% sure that match has never happened before.
So, and I guess let me say this, because if I'm not mistaken from prediction, Chava had mentioned that this is not a new rivalry and has spanned across promotion. Yes, we could have been wrong.
I heard from Chava that he was incorrect. So, again, fact check us, let us know. But I'm pretty sure this match has never happened.
Chava was also incorrect about something else, but we'll talk on that later.
Mm-hmm. Track record?
I don't know.
We'll let you guys decide.
Yeah.
We'll keep going.
But regardless, it's either they had their history together or NDS did their research.
Yeah.
Because, wow.
They are awesome, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
They were, you know what? I'm not even going to use the word. Because, again, they almost made me forget. They were so good, they almost made me forget who I am. And who am I? Who am I?
I'm not telling you. No. Okay.
Tell me.
This is Carlos, the 4.5 member of the Apex.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Chava hates it.
You can clip that because I don't think I'll ever do that again.
Just every time I introduce myself, that's what I use. No, but the Crucible definitely had a fight. And they pulled out all the stops in. And again, we saw Jameson doing Jameson and moving ways he shouldn't be able to move, right? We saw Brixton Nash just being
a hoss. Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
You saw these 2 guys in NDS, Riley and Levi, which, to be completely honest, is they didn't really look like much of a threat, but damn did they prove me wrong.
Yeah, they're awesome. I've seen them twice before, and man, they're sweet. They're so good together.
Yeah, they are. Which, again, we talked about it earlier in the tag match. Talk about synergy.
Yeah.
Talk about synergy.
It's true.
These 2 teams had we already know about, of course, the Crucible, right?
Mhm.
We knew the synergy was there. NDS has also beautiful synergy. And they worked very well together, and they worked very well off each other. But, of course, as no surprise, Crucible retained.
I just want to throw one thing real quick.
Throw it.
Levi's frog splash from the top rope. Dude, the height on that was insane. He jumped to the roof.
He did. And let's also talk about that. Let's just talk about how amazing of a venue the German American Society is.
That's a wrestling venue. Whoever built that building was like, there's going to be wrestling here.
They had to.
They had to. Because the way that building is built, there's no other thing for it. Yes, it's for a bunch of Germans, but guess what? It is a wrestling venue.
It is. It really is. It's so good. Which allows, these competitors to do those stuff and touch the roof off the top rope, right? No, but again, Crucible won this match. No surprise.
They had to fight hard for it, for sure. But they did come on top.
Yeah. Let's go to the next match. Falcone versus Shepard versus Jackson King. Let's start off here. DeSantis came out.
Falcone and DeSantis
came out, which also, hold on, before I get even into that, there was a small change chant that was not started by us. We did it, guys.
I know.
Keep doing it.
The Mark Army is strong.
The Mark Army is strong. So there was a small change chant, and that's just honestly, like, I'm going to get a little emotional here. That was just a little bit of validation. I was like,
he does have a small chain.
He does have a small chain. It was just so good. So keep doing it.
Yes.
But no, DeSantis was on the mic trying to make an announcement, but
that place was electric.
Yeah.
I have never heard that building like that.
I've never heard that much hate.
You couldn't turn to your neighbor and talk to them. That's how loud that building was.
But for the Mark Army, for the Magnum Militia, I forced myself to try to, between all the boos, between all the DeSantis sucks, between all the small chains, I tried to pick up the words that were coming out of his mouth. He did mention that he did, last show, he had given TJ an envelope. He did reveal the contents of those envelopes. So, Magnum Militia, if you were there and you did not hear it or weren't able to hear it because everyone was booing him, which, understandable, right? Or if you were at last show and couldn't make it to this show and you want to know what was in that envelope, I will tell you now. I will reveal it. TMZ, first time exclusive here at the 4.5 Marks channel. It was a restraining order. It was a restraining order where TJ is not allowed to get near Alvin Falcone, and if he gets in that ring with Alvin Falcone's, he can't get near both of them. If he gets near or tries to approach either one of them, he will be arrested on the spot.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I know. What type of human that is in a physical contact sport gets a restraining order?
Also,
come on.
Not just that, just someone who constantly brags about having a win over TJ and talking all this big game that they can defeat TJ and they can beat TJ and they're not afraid of TJ.
Sure seems like they're afraid of TJ.
They're saying all that, then they get a restraining order? Well, Alvin Falcone needs to go find like a coin machine or something because this ain't making no sense.
None.
No sense.
He ain't got a dollar.
Ain't got a dollar. So, besides that, you also have, again in this match, Jackson King, Alan Shepard. Which Alan Shepard did everyone a favor while DeSantis was talking, took the mic away from him, and then kicked him in the balls.
Oh my God. Right in the DeSantis.
Kicked him right in the DeSantis, which then led into the match getting started, right?
Dude, Falcone hit Shepard over the head with the mic, man.
He did.
I know that didn't feel good.
He did, and Jackson King went for the roll-up.
Yeah.
And he almost got him. Which honestly,
count.
Yeah, how cool. Honestly, I would have loved that.
Yeah, I would have.
You're over here bragging and not paying attention and all this, and then you lose the match because all that, right?
So I'll be honest, I'm just going to jump ahead here. My pick for that match was Shepard. I wanted Shepard to come out on top on that.
So I had picked Jackson King.
Fair.
Roman had picked Jackson King. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Chaba had picked Alan Shepard as well.
Yeah. And if you wanted to tune into our predictions, Our link will be below.
Yeah, please. But the match, as it continued, they all showed out.
True.
As much as we hate Falcone, he had his moments, and I guess
Me especially.
yeah, he surprised us. He surprised us, right? He definitely, like I said, he would counter very well. There was times where I was like, he's dead, and he would kick out. And honestly, it looked there were times where towards the very end, it looked like Falcone was about to lose this match. But who came back out?
With ice on his DeSantis.
Ice on his DeSantis. It was an ice cold DeSantis that came out.
Mm-hmm.
Who helped Falcone get the win. So Falcone did get the win, unfortunately. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I'm upset by it. I kind of want to see what Falcone would be like without DeSantis, but I don't think it'll ever happen. Because I don't know. I feel like a lot of these wins that he's had has been DeSantis' help. So who knows, right? We'll see.
He's too afraid to go on his own.
True.
Let's just leave it at that.
It's true.
But next match, we had Red Wing versus Kurt Gannon. Wow.
Yeah, this was...
What a match.
This is one of my favorite matches of the night, for sure. Yeah.
Which Kurt Gannon, can be completely honest, a lot shorter. Definitely still as big, but a lot shorter in person. Seen him live. And Red Wing did tower over him a little bit, but that did not stop Kurt Gannon from lifting Red Wing.
Dude, German suplexes everywhere.
My gosh.
It was incredible.
There's a reason I dubbed him the Incredible Kurt.
Yeah.
That man's strong for no reason.
No, I bet you there's a reason.
Yeah, there is a reason.
To
fight people like Red Wing?
Yeah. Like, you're going to need to be that strong to get in the ring with Red Wing.
Yeah. But it was just an amazing of a match. But again, like I said before, respectfully to Kurt Gannon, Red Wing right now has a purpose. He has a mission. He has a plan.
Mm-hmm.
And a man with a purpose, a man with a mission, is dangerous.
Very.
And that's what Red Wing was. He was dangerous. He was dangerous. He led, Kurt did control most of the match in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that fire under Red Wing just allowed him to power through, take back control, and get that dub.
That's my boy. I mean, what else can you say about a Red Wing match? I mean, it's brute strength. I mean, he is incredible.
Yeah.
Right?
The only other thing I could say about a Red Wing match, or anyone who goes up against Red Wing, is Red Wing's gonna kill you.
The Magnum Militia knows it well.
Yep.
Very well.
Very well. The next match.
Are you sure it's the next match, or is it the
final match?
The main... Come on, man. The final match. The main event of the evening. I can't believe
But yeah, the main event.
the final match.
I thought that's what you're going for, man.
Oh, god damn.
Alright, main event
of the evening.
We had Fowler versus Nitro.
And what a match this was.
What a match. Before this match even started, guess who came back out? Mr. Joey Anderson, and Joey we trust.
Yeah, I mean, what a GM. So
what a GM. He knew there would be probably some fishy stuff going on. It's like, I mean, think about who he has to worry about, right?
Yeah.
You have Nino. You have the Crucible. You have me in the audience. The Apex, you know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy, dude. He has to worry about us. So what did he do? He brought out security. Had security wrapped around the ring, letting Fowler know that, he's taking notice at what kind of shenanigans, shenanigans we the Apex get into. And he was like, nah, if anyone deserves a fair match, it's Nitro. And he's going to make sure it's a fair match.
I agree with that.
So with that, we had all of the security out. And we had Nitro, which, I kind of want to point this out, because you had mentioned this.
Yep.
This is the first time I've seen Nitro finish a bang.
Yeah, he usually has
beginning of the match.
Whole match. He crushed the can. I don't think I've ever seen him crush the can.
I think this just goes to show, as much as maybe frustrated he is with us, the Apex, on how he lost his title to, our boy Nino.
Yeah.
It goes to show that although he's frustrated with them and may hate them, he respects them. He respects Fowler enough to know that he has to bring his best and that it's no game. So he, like, all right, I got to down this bang. I got to be at 110% to face Fowler, and that's what he did.
Yeah.
And wow.
Yeah. I mean, this match was hard to gauge, but only because, like, it's still weird for me to boo Fowler. Like,
well, I'm not booing him.
Yeah, well, okay, you're in a different boat here, right? So he turned his back on the Magnum Militia, and I feel like everyone else but you and the rest of you feel it, right? It's hard. It's like, man, this guy used to be I don't know how else to put it, but he was the best in our heart, and now we have to disown him basically because he disowned us. It's like, where do we draw that line? And then obviously we have Bang Daddy, my mom's favorite wrestler.
Dude, my mom's favorite wrestler.
Literally.
You know what I mean?
It's like, it's the polar opposites now. And that's when you get the best storm, right? Mm-hmm. So we're spoiled with Magnum Militia. I know I say it all the time, but it's the honest to goodness truth. I mean, if you came to the show, you would understand what we go through. Mm-hmm. It's bar none.
Yeah. And yeah, so you're right. Fowler has kind of abandoned the Magnum Militia.
And he made it known.
He did make it known, but he had a fair point. That no matter how anyone feels about it, no matter what anyone thinks, end of the day, you still have to call him your Magnum World Champion.
Wow, that hurts. Wow,
whether you like it or not, you have to keep calling him that.
So,
as long as he has the title, as long as all of Apex remain with gold.
So let's get down to it, right? The final minutes of the match, Fowler and I keep wanting to say Bang Daddy, Nitro come and they're beating the mess out of each other, and then we get a little bit of an interruption from the Crucible. The Crucible come out,
and you have all the security focused on the Crucible.
Correct. They all say what, and then they all dart to the Crucible.
Yep, and then while Nitro is getting on the top rope, getting ready to finish the match, who comes out?
A masked man. A hooded figure.
What?
Yes. He had a bandana covering his face with a hood on. Comes in, throws Nitro off of the top rope, gets down, removes his hood, and it's none other than the fourth member of the Apex. Or the third member of the Apex. Nino Hatchet. Laughing, smiling with his gold teeth ear to ear.
He wasn't going to let these meddling kids get away with it.
No.
Which, in doing so, allowed Fowler to then, go get back on the offensive on Nitro, beat him up a little bit more, and retain.
Joey, we got to talk about security, man. Because I feel like if we had security do a better job, that might not happen.
Again. Look at the monsters they had to look out for.
I know, it's hard.
It's regardless of how many people, like, how do you keep your eyes on all those people? You have, on one hand, you have Brixton Nash, who's, the silverback gorilla.
He's an animal.
He's an animal. He's a hoss. You got Jameson McGregor.
Irish juggernaut.
The Irish juggernaut, who, again, moves in ways you don't think he should be able to move. Mm. You have Nino Hatchet.
Animal.
The HNIC for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fowler in the ring.
The champ.
And then you have me in the audience. Like, how do you keep eyes on all of us, man?
It's hard. There's only 4 corners of the ring, and when there's 5 members, it's tough.
That's what I'm saying.
It's tough. They can come from all sides.
Yeah. So, with that said, it was inevitable. Unfortunately for Nitro. But fortunately for us, the Apex. And they did have a little message. Again, at the end of the match, Fowler again got on the mic, talked about how he's like, you guys can feel all the heartbreak you want. I don't care. Call me obsessed. I'm the champion. You still have to call me the champion.
I don't want it.
And then Red Wing came out.
Yeah. And he was ready to take on all of them.
Yeah.
And
he ran into the ring.
Do you know what's even crazier?
What?
He was the first one to run. Because he knows who the target is. knows. He knows who's on Red Wings' docket. It's definitely Fowler. He's got some business to attend to.
Don't worry, we got some stuff in work. We got a couple Apex meetings until next show. I don't know. We'll plan for this. Watch out, Red Wing.
I hope so, because Red Wings he's on a mission. Just like you said earlier. Man with a mission.
Man with a mission is dangerous.
It's true. And just know that you guys are barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah.
I'm Team Red Wing all the way. You say what you want about the Apex. Me and Red Wing have a meeting next week. All right? Yeah, we're gonna plan.
What's your team called?
For the crown. Okay, for the crown of Magnum. Okay.
The crown of Magnum.
Yeah, we'll take you down.
There's a reason we're all champs. But with that said, that was our show. Magnum Wrestling Presents What May Come. And then they've already announced their next show. We have Magnum Wrestling Presents Magnum World Series, if I'm not mistaken.
You're right. Tickets are on sale.
Tickets are on sale as of now, as of the day of show. So really as of Friday by the time you guys see this. Or as of last Friday by the time you guys see this.
Of the Friday that just passed.
Yes.
Happy Memorial Day weekend for the ones that celebrate and breaking the third wall.
Yes. But go buy your tickets because you're not going to want to miss this. They actually have 2 shows in June.
Correct.
That they announced.
2 events, I believe.
2 events.
I don't know if the other one's a show. We'll verify. We'll let you know.
No, well, they said it's a show because June 9th they are going to be at... I'm going to link it below, but it is actually going to be a free show. So June 9th is a free show for anyone. So if you've been wanting to check out Magnum, but just like, I just don't want to pay or, whatever. If this is going to be your first local show, what a better chance than to go to a free show.
A free Magnum show?
Which, again, at the caliber that Magnum performs, for them to show you that for free, yeah, go watch it. Go watch it.
Yeah, karma's definitely in your favor.
Yeah, definitely go watch it. And then we have their official next show, right? Their next actual event.
The World Series.
The World Series. Which, wow. You will see us there.
June 22nd.
June 22nd.
At the German American Society.
German American Society.
The best wrestling venue in the Midwest.
But with that said, any other final thoughts, I guess?
Yeah. I gotta show you something. Like, comment, and subscribe, baby!
Yeah.
And guess what? If that check bounces.
So do you.
Yes, sir. Bye, night.